Well, shit, looks like Purina's in charge at the VA now. The American flag, the POWs don't matter. Purina's in charge, and they had to put up a crane to make sure everybody knows that Purina's in charge. The checkerboard, the food dog company, dog food company. Oh, well. And each one of those red stripes are red stripes of blood. So 3 flags, 21 stripes of blood. And if you know what the United States was founded upon, you know what stripes of blood mean. That's what those flags represent. Those are stripes of blood that protect the 6 white stripes on each flag. Now that brings us to rock and roll, the band, the White Stripes. Now Jack White, pretty cool, whatever, he did his stuff. Guess who taught Jack White some of the basics of guitar? Harold Richardson. Harold's in a band called Negative Approach, which is Detroit hardcore from a long time ago with John Brannon. I just saw some pictures online on John's site about the fake people imitating him with laughing hyenas trying to imitate him. Then I saw Tim Barry and Taylor Steele from Richmond, and there was a fake Brian Stewart in the picture, or at least somebody identified them as fake. Be Well Hardcore. Anyways, haha, there's the White House down there. And guess who the enemy of most people in the world is? What the White House represents. The greatest global threat to peace. The greatest global threat to peace. World peace and prosperity and everything is the United States government. We are the biggest instigators of war, the biggest users of poverty to destroy people. And that's just true. Time to get off the bus. I gotta ride the bus. Hey, don't make fuss. You gotta ride the bus. And there's a nice statue with cannons on it, just shooting fucking everybody. Think about it, there's cannons just in every direction. Some dickhead with a fucking telescope looking like, hey, I'm a dickhead. He actually looks like he's in a fucking Civil War outfit with a bunch of cannons ready to shoot everybody, north, south, east, and west. Which is really north, east, west, and south. So dig it. North, east, west, south. What's the news? Fucking no news is good news. So you have to ask Jim Henson why he went to University of Maryland, College Park, to become Jim Henson, the puppet man. Well, that's why I went to University of Maryland at first, and then I left to go be with my so-called lady at the time, to live in Richmond, also to study anthropology and hang out with hardcore people, skateboard. All caps. Go all caps. I guess the real question is did you design that symbol or did someone else design that symbol? And if the city uses it and it's in an ad up here, Dominic, does that mean that you get royalties for your symbol being used as a symbol for Tampa? Or do they simply have you make the statue? But then that brings up the idea is which artist designed the symbol and are they getting compensated for every time it's up here with things like, say, the FDA? Or the National Symphony Orchestra or other things, so like And so you can even see that sometimes it's different things on different screens. And so, and that's kind of like musicians who are upset about not getting paid for the music that's being streamed. The radios used to pay the musicians, MTV paid them, but now people are just getting ripped off for this digital stuff, and the artists are losing all the money. So nobody even knows what's up because it's all digital. How do you track digital currency? How do you track PayPal? And who the fuck took my money that was owed to me for my art from Danny Diablo? Think about that shit. Here we go. I'm more likely to trust Pickles McSpice than I am fucking PayPal about my $30,000. You're fucking right.
The Silver Line train to Ashburn when route to the center of the car. The next stop is Foggy Bottom, George Washington, New York City. Step back, doors open.
I'm the wrong motherfucker to be jealous.
Zoot Suit Riot, ain't nobody going nowhere. A Zoot Suit Riot, I just fucking shaved my own hair. Na 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 na. And then I went to church. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm no longer in the total lurch.
Doors open. This is a Silver Line train to Barlow when this is McPherson Square. Step back, doors open.
You believe in God?
Description of God that I've heard holds God to be all-powerful, very typical, and all good. And then I look around and I see a tsunami that killed 250,000 people in Indonesia, an earthquake that killed 250,000 people in Haiti, and I see earthquakes and tornadoes and disease, childhood leukemia, and I see all of this and I say, I do not see evidence of both of those being true simultaneously. If there is a God, the God is either not all-powerful or not all good. Can't be both.
Good answer.
If you have good evidence, I'm good for it, but I'm evidence-driven.
You need evidence.
More
You're a
than I'm
scientist, yeah.
faith-driven.
Well, it's good to know.
And by the way, to be faith-driven is one thing, but to be faith-driven and try to create legislation on that affects other people who don't share your faith,
right,
that's the beginnings of a theocracy. And we have evidence of what that is in the past, and our founding fathers specifically founded this country to prevent that from happening.
Slavery did what?
Slavery did what?